This is a watch that genuinely surprised me in the best way possible. The Pagani Design PD1766 isn't just a cheap homage thrown together for mass appeal. It's a thoughtful take on the Speedmaster 57 aesthetic, executed with precision and packaged in something that actually feels good on the wrist. Let's start with what makes it stand out. The first thing you'll notice, obviously, is the dial. Mine's an emerald green and it just pops. Not overly loud, but refined and with a nice sunburst effect that really brings it to life in different lighting. There are also blue and black versions, but in my opinion, this green is the most compelling. It's a bit brighter than what they call bottle green in the listing. I'd say it's more of an adventurous emerald that draws the eye, but stays tasteful. Now, this isn't just about looks. What we've got here is a real chronograph, powered by the VK63 Mechaquartz movement. So yes, it has that smooth sweep on the chronograph seconds hand. None of that cheap quartz tick-tick. You also get a sub-dial at 9 o'clock for the 60-minute counter and another at 3 o'clock for a 24-hour display. That second one is probably the only spot where I think Pagani Design could have done better. A 12-hour chronograph sub-dial would have added more function. Still, considering the price point, it's not a major gripe. Speaking of which, this thing cost me $50. For that, I'm getting a proper Mechaquartz dome sapphire crystal, 100 meters of water resistance, and a full solid 316L stainless steel case and bracelet. That's serious value. The case back and crown are both screw down and signed, which adds a touch of quality that you honestly don't always expect in this price range. The case itself measures 39.8 millimeters in diameter with a lug-to-lug length of 49 millimeters, thanks in part to the inverted end links that help keep that profile nice and compact. Thickness is 12.8 millimeters and the bracelet tapers from 20 down to 18 at the clasp. On wrist, it fits beautifully. Even on my 6.5-inch wrist, there's no overhang. The way those lugs curve down aggressively from the fixed bezel really helps the watch hug the wrist. What I like especially is the visual layering on the case. The flanks are flat and muscular brushed horizontally, giving it a very tool-ish vibe. But then you've got polished bevels transitioning into vertically brushed lug hoods. The bezel has a polished outer rim and a radially brushed top with a tachymeter scale printed around the perimeter. The contrast in finishes creates great light play. It feels dynamic but not flashy. Over on the right, we have the unguarded 6.6 millimeter crown, which is solid and screw down. It's flanked by piston-style chronograph pushes that are polished and nicely balanced. They have a very satisfying actuation, firm, controlled, and evenly tuned. The top pusher starts and pauses the chronograph, while the bottom resets it. It all works just the way you want it to. Flip the watch over and you're greeted by a bead-blasted screw-down case, back with all the essential specs laser-etched. The bracelet is a 3-link design, held together by push pins, and I have to say, the link articulation is excellent. The vertically brushed center links, flanked by polished edges, give the bracelet real depth. It drapes comfortably, and even though there aren't half links, the short links make sizing pretty easy. The butterfly clasp is well engineered too. No looseness, no rattling, and it clicks shut with confidence. Now let's talk about the crystal. It's domed sapphire with anti-reflective coating, and the curve on it plays really well with the light. There's this almost concave optical illusion it creates around the bezel edges that makes the whole package feel more premium. Under that crystal, the dial layout is clean and symmetrical. You've got applied hour markers with a triangle at 12, baton markers elsewhere, and a printed mind track with smaller chapter rings around each sub-dial. The contrast between the black chapter rings and the green main dial is strong. It keeps everything legible at a glance. As for lume, well, the hands are well treated and shine bright with decent longevity. The hour markers could be stronger, but the hands do enough of the heavy lifting to keep the watch readable in the dark. Back to the movement. The VK63 isn't just about sweeping seconds. It also provides 0.2 second precision, low maintenance, and solid reliability. You're looking at an accuracy of around plus or minus 20 seconds per month and a battery life of about 2.5 years. It's a brilliant pick for a budget chronograph. Zero complaints there. And if I had to nitpick, maybe I'd have liked to see a date window at 6 o'clock just to fill out the space and make it a bit more practical for everyday wear. But honestly, at this price, it's hard to be too critical.